The brute force approach for this question will not gonna work. I have already tried it. If you want to try, you can try it, and I have already tried in the contest. So now let us see what will be the optimized approach. But before that, let us understand what is given in the question. So first thing, we are given with a string, okay, and an integer t representing the number of transformations to perform. Now let us see what do we need to do in a transformation. If the character is z, replace it with string ab. Okay, now z is transformed to ab. Now this is the first observation. Otherwise, replace it with the next character in the alphabet. For example, A is replaced with B, B is replaced with C, and so on. Now, let us write that also. This is the only like a condition for Z, and for A, B to Y. To Y, till Y, we have to go to Z. That's it. Now, return the length of the resulting string after exactly t transformations. Now, we are given with t transformations, and after t transformations, we need to return the resulting string. Now, since the answer may be very large, return it modulo 1 in 9 plus 7. Sorry, it would be it will be 1e9 plus 7. Now let us look at an example which is given, like to understand your this question. Now let us see. Here we are given with a, b, a, c, d, z, and t is equal to 5. Now we will be doing this operation for 5 times, for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you know the 0 indexing. Now at transformation 0, A is transformed to the next character B. B is transformed to the next character C. A is transformed to the next character B. C is transformed to the next character D. D is transformed here. Here, this D is transformed to the next character E. Now I got a Z. Here, Z will be transformed to A, B. Now, B, C, B, D, E, A, B. Now, at the first transformation, we'll be having B is transformed to C, C is transformed to D, B is transformed to C, D to E, E to F, A to B, B to C. Now, at the transformation number 2, C to D, D to E, C to D, E to F, F to G, B to C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, yes, C to D. Now, after at transformation 3, D to E, E to F, D to E, F to G, G to H, here G to H, C to D, and D to E. Now, after that, at the fourth, that means transformation number 4, E to F, F to G, E to F, G to H, H to I, D to E, E to F. Now the last string size is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we are not asked with the string. Instead, we are asked with the size of the string. Now, let us see. Here, if I got A, then I am transforming it to B. And if I got a B, then I am transforming it to C. Now, if I got a C, then I am transforming it to D. But the problem is there may be any number of A's. And if there is Z, I am transforming it to A, B. So, here I have B for how many times? B for 1, 2, 3 times. So, but here I have B for only one time. Now A for 2 times. Now, if I write it A, B, wait a second, A, B, C, D, and there are no characters but Z. Now if I was asked with how many times I got A for how many times? 1, 2 times. Okay, A is for 2 times. Now how many times I got B? B is for 1 time. Now how many times I got C? C is for 1 time. Now how many times I got D? D is for 1 time. Now how many times I got Z? Z is for 1 time. Now next time, now here is the first intuition, or here is how you can get the intuition of DP. So DP is nothing but storing the previous result. I think it's clear. I have stored the previous result here, right? I have stored the previous results. How many times A is got, how many times A is there, how many times B is there, how many times C is there, how many times D, and also Z. Now at this time I have to store. So let us see what I am storing when I got our first transformation. That means transformation number 0. Now I am storing. Wait a second. I'll change how many times I got A, B, how many times I got C, D, E, and how many times I got Z. So here I have how many times A. Here I have A for 1 time. Now how many times I got B? B for 3 times. Okay. How many times I got C? C for 1 time. I just cutting it out. C for 1 time, right? C for 1 time. How many times I got D? D for 1 time. Okay. D for 1 time. How many times I got E? I got E for 1 time. But all other are 0. Now if I add all these, 1 plus 3 is 4, plus these 3 times 7. I think 7 is till now, till transformation 0 is 7. Now if I do the same thing, if I do the same thing again and again, I get at the last, then I would return the size of the sum of the count. Now every time here it will be, I'll tell you what will be our algorithm. Just this will be the count. Okay, there will be a count array which counts the character frequency and store it 0, nothing but A, how many times A is present, and Z is 25. So it will be of size 26 comma 0. Now after this, after transforming for transformation 0, this will become our count array. I'll tell you why and how. Let us see. Let us see what for now I am doing. I am taking a count array of size 26 comma 0. Now let us see. Here the count array stores the character frequency. I'll write the same thing. Count array stores the character frequency from given string. Okay. Count array stores the character frequency from given string. Now I have got the first thing. I got the first thing of this is completed. Now at transformation 0, what I need to do? I am taking this, right? I am taking this, but here if you see, A is for 2 times, but here A is for 1 time. B is for 1 time, but here B is for 3 times. But without any confusion, I'll take something like while t minus minus, I'll take one thing is vector int temp. For now, a temporary array I am storing of size 26 comma 0. Now what is this temporary array? This is my temporary array. Now, for your understanding, I'll go with another transformation. Now, A is for 1 time. Now, I am looking at this, not at this array, right? I am looking at this array. So, if I didn't store this in temp, and after all the transformation, count will be equal to temp. Okay, I think it's perfect, right? Count is equal to temp. I'll tell you how this works in the algorithm. Count is equal to temp. Now let us see. A is for one time. So one time is A. A is for one time. Okay. In the temporary array, so this will be the count array. Now I am constructing a new temporary array. So it will be everything will be 0, right? A, B, C, D and to Z, E and F. Now let us see what happens here. Now A is for previously A is for one time. Okay, A is for one time. Now B will be one time. B will be one time. That means A will be transformed to B. Now B here, B is for three times. Now C will be three times because three B's will be converted to C. Now C is for one time. So one C will be converted to D and D will be for one time. Here D is for one time. So one time D will be converted to E. So E for one time. One time E is converted to F. One time F. Now Z is not there. But for hypothetically, I am just imagining, just roughly imagine Z is for three times. Okay. Now if Z is for three times, whenever I get a Z, I need to increment A and also B. Why? Why? Because Z is transforming to A, B. That's why I'm just storing the count. So Z is for three times and A will be incremented for three times and B will also be incremented by three times and will be four. But is it is just for hypothetically I am taking Z for three times, but this will be the array. Let us see. B is for one time. Let us see. B is for one time. Sorry. B is for one time. Sure. C is for three times. One, two, three. Exactly. We are perfect. D is for one time. Yes, D is for one time. Okay. E is for one time. Okay. F is for one time. Okay. It's correct and we are going in the correct direction. Now, vector int temp, what will this temp array is doing? Here I said I have initialized a temp array with A, B, C, D, something like that, and everything will be 0. What is it doing? It is doing like for from A, like from A to Z, right? From A to Z. I am just taking the character. If character C, right? C is equal to Z, then what I am doing, I am just adding temporary of I plus 1 is equal to temporary of I plus 1 plus count of I. Now, you might be confused by looking at this, but if you have solved this DP or something like that, temp of I plus 1 is equal to temp of I plus 1 plus count of I. I did nothing but here everything was 0. I just make it clear for you so that you might be understanding clearly. Okay, I have removed 1. So 1 and then I got A here. So A is for one time. Now what I did, everything was 0 here. Everything was 0. Okay. I got 1. Here I said that this will be our count array. Okay. This will be our count array. Now this is the temp array which is 0 everywhere and I have initialized now itself. So here, B should be incremented by number of times A is present. Let us see. B should be incremented. It is 0 initially. Should be incremented by number of times A is present. So, I am incrementing it by 1. But bro, why? You can't just say that temp of I plus 1 is equal to count of Y. Why not? Because if Z is there, like if, as I said, Z is there for three times, then I have to do I need to do like, if I have something like z is already present for 3 times and I got for 3 times, and now if I got an a again, then what I have to do, that means I'm just assuming that if I didn't do like that, then the size will not be z 3, then it will be becoming 1. So it's what the thing. So that now when I got z, what I am doing, I am incrementing for a, and also I am incrementing for a and also for b. Now let us write it. Now if c is equal to z, so wait a second. If c is equal to z, temp of I plus 1 is equal to temp of I plus 1. Sorry. Let us just go from something like I is equal to 0 to 25, so that we won't be confused. So if I is equal to 25, then 0, right? Temp of 0 is equal to temp of 0. What is temp of 0? Temp of 0 is nothing but number of times a is present. Number of times a is present, plus count of I is 25. So number of times z is present is number of times a will be incremented. A is temp of 0. Now as I said, this b should also be incremented, so temp of 1 is equal to temp of 1 plus count of I. What is count of I? As I said, I is equal to 25. That means we are at z. Now let us see. If I is equal to 25, else what I have to do? Temp of I plus 1 is equal to temp of I plus 1. Wait a second. I plus 1 plus count of I. I think it might be clear for you. If not, just watch this from where I started this, taking this example, and rewatch it again. And even if you don't understand how I wrote this algorithm, then just comment out that you didn't understand, and just tell me where you didn't understand. Right now, after doing this initializing temp array, as I said, this will be first, initially this will be count array, right? This will be count array, then this will be the temporary array. Then when I got here, when I got here, I created a temp array, but the previous temp array became the count array. So this will be a count array. Now I'm just going to the count of I. So it is nothing but what I am doing is temp is sorry, count is equal to temp. So count is equal to temp. Here this this was the temp array, and I am changing it, to this was the temp array. Now I have changed it when I got here to this was changed to count array, and I have initialized a new temp array there. Now count is equal to temp. I think it is clear for you. Now I have gone through all t minus minus. T minus minus is nothing but will be decremented. T will be decremented until t is positive or 1 or 2 or something like that. When it becomes 0, it will be exiting from the loop. Now for let me do the answer is equal to 0, right? For I have count array, right? At the last I have changed the temp array to count array. Now for auto it of count array, answer plus is equal to it, and I will be using mod operation, and at the last return answer. That's it. This is how the algorithm goes. And you might be thinking that this is something like just a code of this DP approach, right? I think it is clear for you. I'm just doing a dry run for you, right? I'll just do a dry run for you. S is equal to A, B, A, C, D, Z, T is equal to 5. Now, what will be the count array? I'm just using what is the count array. Now, 0, 1. I'm just taking 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 until 25. Right. 25 is for Z, 0 is for A, 1 is for B. I think you understood. Now, let us see A. How many times I got A? One time. 0 is nothing but A. How many times A got, so if I go through this whole string, I got A for 2 times. Now, how many times I got B? B is for 1 time. How many times I got C? C is for 1 time. How many times I got D? D is for 1 time. Now, you can also, for your convenience, I am placing A, B, C, D, E, and then Z. Okay, Z is for 0 times. Yes. Now, D is for how many times? Okay, 3 is for 1 time. Z is for 1 time. Now, what I am doing is T is equal to 5. I am just starting with T is equal to 5. Now, what I am doing in T? If I have, I'm just iterating. Now, let us see at this algorithm, right? I'm just iterating. I'm just initializing temp array. Now, let us do that. Let us do temp array, right? A temp array of size 26, of size 26. Now, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 25. Now, as I said, I'll be iterating from 0 to 25, right? 0 to 25. Now, I is equal to 25. Is I is equal to 25? No, I is equal to 0. Temp of 0, everything is 0, right? Everything is 0. Now, sorry, if it is not 25, temp of I plus 1, we are at 0. Temp of I plus 1 here is equal to temp of I plus 1 is already 0 plus count of I. How many times I got count of I? 2 times. Now, let me write it over here. 2 times. Okay, I'm just changing the color. Right. Temp is for 2 times. Now, I have went to B. B is for how many times? 1 time, right? I is equal to 1 now, and I got B. B is for 1 time. Now, temp of I plus 1 is equal to temp of I plus 1 plus count of I. What is count of I? Count of I is 1. So, if I write it, C is for 1 time, right? Okay. Now, C is for 2 times in when I go to I is equal to 2. Then I is not equal to 25. So, I plus 1 is 3. Now, I am incrementing 3 is having the count as 0. As I said, everything will be 0 initially. Now, 0 plus count of I is count of I. I am at 2, which is 1. So, let me increment it. Now, as the same way for E. Now, when I go to Z, temp of 0 is equal to temp of 0 plus count of I. How many times I got? That means the I is pointing here. Then temp of 0 is equal to temp of 0 plus count of I. Count of I is 1. Temp of 0 is 0 plus 1, which is 1. Now temp of 1 is equal to temp of 1 plus count of I. Temp of 1 is 2. Then 2 plus 1 is 3. That's why I think you have remembered that I have asked you why I am taking temp of I plus 1. Right. Now, I think for now it's clear. 1, 3, 1, 1, 1. Yes, it is clear. Now, let us look at t is equal to 4. Now, when t is equal to 4, this temp array will be converted to count array. If you see, here I have written that count is equal to temp. Now, what will be our count array? Right. I'm just changing, taking the same thing, right? Here I'm just changing it to count, right? To count. Now count array is this. The temporary is changed to count array, right? Now again I am going from 0 to 25, right? I am going to 0 to 25 and I am initializing a temp array. If I initialize a temp array, now a temp array where 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5 till 25 as the indices. Now I I is equal to 0, I plus 1, temp of I plus 1 is equal to temp of I plus 1 plus count of I. Now I am here, I is here. Then here everything as initialized to 0. Then it is like 1. It is like 1. Temp of I is here, I is equal to 0. Then temp of I plus 1 is 1. Here I got temp count of I is equal to 1. Temp of I plus 1 is equal to temp of I plus 1 plus count of I. Okay. Now when I go to 1, I got 3, right? Then I'm just incrementing it, then 3. Now I is equal to 2, I got 1. Just increment it by 1. Now I got I is equal to 3. Just increment it temp of I plus 1 by 1. What I is equal to 4. Then increment it by 1. I think it's clear. Then the same thing at t is equal to 3. At t is equal to 3, it will be converted to temp before the temp is converted to count. Then after the same things again, 0 1 2 3 4 5 and then 6. Then at this point 2 will be getting 1, 2 will be getting 1, 3 will be getting 3 and then 1 and then 1 and then 1. Now t is equal to 2 again, t is equal to 2, right? T is equal to 2 and this will be our count array. Previously it will be temporary and this will be our count array. Then let me write it 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 and then 7. Now if I change it, uh, it will be initialized. That means I'm just doing this db. Now 3 1 1 and then 1. Now t is equal to 1, t is equal to 1. Now let us see what happens. 0 1, I'm just I can just copy it, right? I can just copy it. Then 8. Now I have, wait a second, I have 1 here, 3 here, 1 1 here, 1 and then 1. Now let us see, this is the last string. When I get t is equal to 0, I'll be stopping there itself. Now a b c d e f g h I. I'm saying that f will be for 3 times, e g h I for 1 time. That's what the count means. Now let us see. E uh, sorry, f is for 3 times, right? F is for 3 times and e g h I for 1 time. E G H I for 1 time, right? It is perfect. F for 3 times and E G H I for 1 time. I think it's clear. F is for 3 times, E G H I for 1 time. So I have given the code in the description. Go and check it. And if you like this video, and for sure if you have any doubts and if you have stuck in between anywhere, then please don't hesitate to comment in the comment section. And have a good day. Thank you.